All right, before you graph, you should know the basic function. Look like this. Y equals A cosine bx plus c plus d. So for our equation, will be A equals to -2, B equals to 3, C equals to 2 pi, D equals to -3. A equals to -2 means vertically stretched by 2, and then you reflect over the center line. A B equals to 3 means you have changed the period of the function. And C equals to 2 pi means you do have a horizontal shift. And D equals to -3 means you have translate the whole graph 3 units down. Okay, so the couple things we need to figure out, and the first one will be period of the function equals 2 pi over b. Okay, we need to know vertical translation, okay, which is decided by d value. Okay, we need to know increment, which is how we label x scale. Okay, it's decided by equals a period divided by 4. Okay, we need to know the amplitude, which is equals the absolute value of A. At the end, we also need to know where does your graph start. So you start point. Okay, some of the book will say phase shift. They are the same. Okay, equals negative C over B. All right, let's figure out each one of this. So period of the function p equals to 2 pi over b, which is equals to 2 pi over 3. Okay, and then you will have a vertical translation, which is 3 units down. Okay, the increment of the function will be period divided by 4, and that is 2 pi over 3 divided by 4 is multiplied with 1/4, and you have this reduced, you get a pi over 6. Okay, and then you also need the amplitude, which is a positive 2. Amplitude is the absolute value of A, regardless what kind of A you have, so you always have a positive 2. Okay, at the end, you should have a start point, which is you phase shift equals negative C over B, and equals negative, your C value here is 2 pi, your B value here is 3. Okay. Before you graph, I would like to remind you, if you increment, which is x scale, how do you label your x-axis? This guy is x scale. If you x scale and you start point phase shift different, you need to make sure they have exactly the same denominator. Just so much easier for you to graph. Okay, if I wanted to make this 3 becomes 6, so I would times 2. Okay, so my equation will be negative 4 pi over 6. So don't do anything else because I need to have those two denominators the same. Okay, now because we have all the information, I can graph. I need to draw my x-axis and my y-axis. Right, here's my x and my y. Okay, because x scale is 1 pi over 6, okay, the increment x scale is 1 pi over 6, so each piece of this x has to be 1 pi over 6, 2 pi over 6, 3 pi over 6, 4 pi over 6. That's the whole period. To the left side, it will be the same. Negative 1 pi over 6, negative 2 pi over 6. Okay. The first thing normally I graph will be the new center line, which is when you translate your entire graph 3 units down. Okay, you also translate the center line, this x-axis is 3 units down. So I wanted to draw that line first. That's my 1, -1, -2, and -3. This is my new center line. It's nice if you have a highlighter or different colors marker to see what's going on. Okay. All right. Because my amplitude is 2. If you remember equation, okay, your amplitude is 2. So I need 2 units to the top, 2 units to the bottom. 2 units to the top is here. 2 units to the bottom will be -4 and -5 is here. Okay. Graphing sine cosine function is quite easy because the sine function, you need 5 points. Sine start from middle, highest, middle, lowest, and middle. And sine function look like this. Okay, and cosine function start from highest, middle, lowest, middle, highest, and so your cosine function look like this. Okay, you just need 5 points to graph. All right, let's see our start point. Our start point is -c/b, and we just figure out we should start. Oh, we haven't figured out yet. Yeah, so we figure out start point. Okay, start point. Okay. Oh, we did have a start point. -4 pi over 6. Look at me. -4 pi over 6. Sorry, I'm at school still. -4 pi over 6. This is a -1 pi over 6, maybe -2 pi over 6. You can see how important it is. They have the same denominator. -3 pi over 6, -4 pi over 6. That should be the place I start. Okay. I should have 5 points to start. Okay, because I'm graphing the cosine function, so cosine function start from the highest, middle, lowest, middle, highest. So my graph should be -4 pi over 6, highest, middle, lowest, middle, and highest point. Do it again, will be highest, middle, lowest, middle, and highest point. So my graph look like this. Okay, because my equation, if you look at my equation, is -2. You don't have a +2. All it means you reflect this graph over your center line. So the highest point will be here now. And then this point is on the new middle line, so you don't need to do anything. This point will be here, reflect over the middle line. Okay, this point will be here. This point will be here. This point here. So your new graph looks like this. Hey, they may ask you what is the domain of the function, and the sine cosine is a periodic function. It's actually all real numbers. And they also will ask you what is the range of the function, which is from -5 to -1. Range of the functions -5 to -1. And domain of the function is all real numbers, or if you would like to use -infinity to +infinity, that's also okay. Okay, I think from the homework, this will be the most challenging question, just because it needs lots of information here. We have vertical stretch, and by 2 we have a reflection. We have 3x. That means not 3 times longer. Does not mean horizontal stretch, because the x lies. Anything inside of the parenthesis does the opposite. So this guy is actually horizontally compressed. And then you have a plus 2 pi, which is you actually actualize, which is instead of parentheses, everything does the opposite. You actually translate your graph however units to the left. And you also have a vertical translation, 3 units down. And we pretty much covered everything we need to know. So I think this is a quite challenging question for us. So I made a video for you. Look like this. And this. All right, I hope this helped. See you guys in class.